Tiana Taylor was the best dressed at the Met Gala 2025, and that's on period. But what is Black Dandyism? I asked ChatGPT to explain this year's Met Gala theme, and this is what it said. The theme Superfine Tailoring Black Style, a tribute to Black dandyism and its profound influence on fashion, identity, and resistance across the African diaspora. This theme was inspired by Monica L. Miller's seminal book, Slaves to Fashion, Black Dandyism and the Styling of Black Diasporic Identity, and was showcased through the Costume Institute Spring Exhibition at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. What is Black Dandyism? It is a cultural and aesthetic movement where Black individuals adopt and reinterpret European sartorial styles, such as tailored suits, elaborate accessories, and refined grooming as a form of self-expression, resistance, and identity formation. Emerging prominently during the Harlem Resistance, it serves as a means to challenge racial stereotypes and assert dignity and individuality in the face of systemic oppression. So I further asked it, what books or movies references this theme? And it recommended Slaves to Fashion, Black Dandyism and the Styling of Black Diasporic Identity by Monica L. Miller, as well as The Souls of Black Folk by W.E.B. Du Bois, as well as The Harlem Renaissance, Hub of African American Culture, 1920 to 1930 by Stephen Watson. Also recommended further movie or documentary references, such as Cane River, directed by Horace B. Jenkins, released in 1982, Paris is Burning by Jenny Livingston, released in 1990. I've actually watched that one. As well as Belle by Ama Asante, released in 2013, The Harder They Fall by James Samuel in 2021, and Malcolm X by Spike Lee in 1992. Further music and pop culture references include Andre 3000, Jay Dana for Classic Man, Solange for Don't Touch My Hair, and Fela Kuti. From Harlem to Kinshasa, Black Dandyism shows us that tailoring isn't just fabric, it's resistance, identity, and swagger. This theme reminded me of a documentary I watched on YouTube about the LeSerp movement in Congo. So basically, these men would put so much pride in how they dress. They wanted the most expensive clothes, the most flashy clothes, the most good-looking clothes, and they took pride in how they look. You can actually find that documentary on YouTube. And when I was on the radio yesterday, I made it a point to highlight that I actually love reading fiction books. And so I asked, what fiction books relate to this theme? What should we be reading in relation to Black Dandyism? And some of the books that ChatGPT recommended included Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston, Jazz by Toni Morrison, Queenie by Candace Carty-Williams, The Mothers by Britt Bennett, The Book of Night Woman by Marlon James, and Washington Black by Essie Edugan. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. 2025 Met Gala theme celebrated Black sartorial excellence, but our books have been doing that. And I've enjoyed looking at the fashion. I'm thinking if I should drop a video where I share my thoughts on what people wore to the Met Gala, because I actually don't know what I would wear. Let me know if I should drop a video where I comment on the fashion. But overall, I think from this little tidbit, I hope you learned something new today about what Black Dandyism is, and you learned a little bit more about Black history.